Iron Jugulus versus Hydreigon. Who's gonna win? Ladies and gentlemucks, trainers across the region, welcome back to my first ever episode as Mon Man. And today, we've got a juicer for you. We've got Hydreigon, my favorite Pokemon of all time. Gotta love it. And here's what I love about Hydreigon. If you notice, UUBL, and I think Hydreigon is the perfect Chi-Yu replacement. I've made a video on this earlier, but this is my favorite thing to like replace the Chi-Yu. So obviously we're running the Dark Pulse and the Draco Meteor, full-blown speed EVs with the special attack. But what I love most about this Hydreigon set is the Tera Blast with the fairy typing. Now this is so good because you can literally just flip like just matchups around on its head. You still have access to the Draco Meteor and the Dark Pulse stab, but this is a total game changer. Being able to have a stab fairy special attack on this big beast of a Mon, it's so insanely good, and I absolutely love it. You're gonna get so many surprise kills on Meowscaradas, Garchomps, Iron Valiants with this Tera Blast. I highly recommend it. So we got the Taunt as well. I love the Taunt because it hits really things like a Clodsire. Now Clodsire with the leftovers, we still have a hard time breaking it a little bit, but it's okay because the Taunt is a really good. You have Garganicles that can set up rocks, Torkoals, that kind of thing. So I really like this, and it's gonna be really formidable this meta, I feel like. Next, we've got Great Tusk, Earthquake, Knockoff, Stealth Rock, and Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock, I feel like Great Tusk is so good that like you kind of almost have to run it. It feels really like that crazy. And then obviously you have the Gholdengo combo because you can't really have like the rocks and whatnot without a Rapid Spin blocker. And I feel like it almost kind of makes me sad. I love Great Tusk so much, but it makes me sad because I feel like it's almost too good to like not run at all. So it is what it is. This team has so much problems with rain and sun teams because once you have like, you know, double your speed in the sun or the rain, you have so many issues, and I think Ditto just solves that. Like they've got like a, you know, a Barraskewda or a Floatzel or something. You just put out a Ditto. It's easy. It's easy. You're a Choice Scarf. You're always going to be faster, and you've just got this just absolute just freak show of whatever weather. So I think Ditto is here mostly just because we have no way of winning in weather matchups. So that's why I love the Ditto here. Very lazy. You just Choice Scarf it, but hey, sometimes, you know, simplicity is key. Baxcalibur, love this thing. I used to love Cloyster. They got rid of King's Rock, and now Baxcalibur just kind of outclasses Cloyster entirely, which kind of makes me sad because I really have loved Cloyster for many generations. But Baxcalibur is it is everything that is advertised and more. You got the Glaive Rush. You got 120 power with almost no downside. Oh, what user takes sure hit 2 times damage next, whatever, who cares. We're gonna be Dragon Dancing. We're gonna be Ice Sharding for priority against like Dragonites and whatnot. It doesn't matter. Icicle Crash just for more stab. But after you get one Dragon Dance off, this thing acts like a Cloyster. It's like a de facto Shell Smash with the Glaive Rush. Absolutely insane. Gholdengo here, baby. We got the trick. We got the trick daddy here for just to mess up some like Clodsires and different walls. Really don't expect it. I mean, I guess they kind of expect it, but it does hurt them pretty good here. Make it rain Shadow Ball. Nothing too fancy here. We all have seen this before. I guess I am special shout out to the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is really good versus Corviknights and different things, especially Pelipers and whatnot. So I really like this Thunderbolt. I don't know what a lot of people are running. You know, some people are running like Nasty Plot and whatnot. I think Thunderbolt is really good. But those Corviknights, man, they come up so often. But we got the Pawmot here. We are not running Leppa Berry if you notice here. I know it sounds nuts, but I'm telling you, I've piloted this team enough to know that Focus Sash is pretty gosh darn good. I am running Iron Fist instead of Volt Absorb. Not worried about that. I just want a little bit more damage off on my Mach Punch. So the Focus Sash, most of the time you don't need 2 Revival Blessings. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like you just kind of don't need it. 1 is definitely great. So a lot of times you'll go for Nuzzle. So this is more like a Swiss Army knife Pawmot rather than a double revival blessing kind of Pawmot, but I think it works very well. You got the double shock, which is like a one-trick pony until you switch out. The Mach Punch can take away Chien Pao and stuff like that, so that's great. Nuzzle is wonderful versus so many things. It's good against Gholdengos. It's good against Dragonites. You know, you do a little damage, you break the multi-scale, you get the paralysis is really good, and then Revival Blessing again. I just don't. Maybe on other teams, but the Leppa Berry is not very necessary on this team. But this is a team I really like. I am up into like the 1500s on the ladder. Nothing crazy, but like still pretty good. So this is a really good team, and I'd love to showcase it for you. Let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Team, I always want to lead Hydreigon. I pretty much don't care. I just don't really care what you got going on. You got whatever, because obviously you already know we're running Terrassalized Fairy type Pelipper. Okay. Here's the thing, I'm just gonna drop a Draco Meteor. The only safe switch they really have is an Iron Treads, and I don't know if they're really gonna do that. So let's go ahead and drop the Draco, baby. Usually they don't even care. Ooh, okay, so they do go for the safe move. They're gonna go for Iron Treads here. That is really unfortunate, but the thing is, there's not a whole lot of There's not a whole lot of consequence here because we do have the Great Tusk here. It blocks out. Sometimes they run like with the Volt Switch, and that's going to be no big deal. Of knockoff, we don't care about that. But here's the problem. Our best option versus this team, I can already tell, is going to be Stealth Rock and then Ditto, because when they get the Floatzel going in the rain, it is a nightmare to deal with, and they're going to go straight in for Garchomp, which is fine. I do believe we do have the means to take this out, because we do have the Earthquake, which doesn't make contact, so the Rocky Helmet and the Rough Skin isn't that bad. Okay, so now we have Rocks up, so that's priority numero uno, and I think we can probably just start going for Earthquakes here. They're going to go for Stealth Rock, but because I don't see a Ghost on their team, I'm actually not that concerned. So let's go for the Rapid Spin here. If they are doubled up on the Helmet and the Rough Skin, it's going to be a little bit of a rough time. Pun very intended. But again, they don't have the Gholdengo, and, you know, I mean, the Great Tusk is just so insane. Oh, here's the Floatzel. Okay. Well, at least we get rid of the rocks, but something's gonna like pretty much have to die now, and this is really unfortunate, especially if they go Tera Water Wave Crash. Like, we just don't really have anything that can handle that, and that really sucks. So, so we are running Pawmot. We do have the Focus Sash on the Pawmot. I know that's kind of weird. Usually they run the Berry for the extra Revival Blessing, but we are not here, so I think we're probably just going to have to take some sort of L here. I'm hoping that they do Wave Crash, so they take the recoil damage, and then we can go for Pawmot. That is always an option. Go into Hydreigon. We do take one Resist, but I don't know if they're going to Tera or not. I think I'm probably just going to lean towards sacking the Great Tusk, because at the end of the day, we are an offensive team here. They're going to go for Liquidation, which kind of sucks, because now we don't get that recoil damage here. Rain is down to 2. Okay. What do we want to do here? I think we just go for Pawmot. I really do, because, again, nobody is ever expecting Pawmot to be Focus Sash, and I think that's a key component to our game plan here. So I actually am probably just going to go for Double Shock here. I think they're just going to use Liquidation. They're planning on killing. They don't think that we have any sort of plan. Like, even if we are running Mach Punches, they're not in kill range from here. So I think we're going to go ahead and use Double Shock. And then we're going to force their hand here, because Rain, being at 2 turns, I think it's going to be a little bit hard for them to maneuver. So if we kill the Floatzel, the worst thing that could happen here was that if they go into the Garchomp. Because if they go into Garchomp, woo, that's going to be... because they're gonna absorb the Double Shock, and then we're gonna be sitting in absolute La La Land. So I'm really hoping. Okay, we're gonna have to turn on the timer here. I'm really hoping that they. Oh goodness, that is rough. Okay, so now we're in La La Land. This is what La La Land is called, and it's not a good place to be in. I think here's the problem. I mean, they're gonna get rocks up. So we're going to have to, and we've already sacrificed our Great Tusk here, so we're going to have to pretty much do away with that game plan entirely. So I think from now, we can go for the Revival Blessing and get our Great Tusk back. I'm hoping that they go for attack. They do actually go for Earthquake, which is actually pretty surprising, because if they could have just went for Stealth Rock, and I think at this point, they're going to put up the rocks here. But if they go for Earthquake, we can go for Hydreigon. And here's where it gets dicey. I think if we go for Hydreigon, they either use Earthquake or Stealth Rock, so we're going to be pretty much guaranteed. We're going to be guaranteed some damage here, because they have Stealth Rock. They can't go back into Pelipper. There's a Stealth... Okay, so there's Stealth Rock. Pawmot is effectively dead, which really sucks. We kind of gambled there. But Pawmot, I mean, we can still use it for a switch-in if we need to buy a turn or something. Does Dark Pulse kill? I think we can probably go into Terrasilize, but if they go into Iron Tread, which is what they did last time, I think Garchomp is probably tanky, so we're going to outspeed. Let's go for the Dark... Okay, let's go for the Dark Pulse. They're going to go for this. I don't think this quite kills. No, not quite. That's okay. We'll take a little bit of damage here, and I'm going to go for another Dark Pulse, and hopefully we're going to get our first kill here. So Computer knows Rapid Spin. That is what it is. They're going to get rid of their rocks, which sucks a lot. We dropped the Dark Pulse, and now they no longer have any sort of check for the Hydreigon. If they want to set up the rain, well, I mean, we're going to rain down a Draco Meteor on them, so they better be careful. And then we also have Ditto, so we can also just counter, I guess it's more of a check than a counter or anything, but okie dokie here. Okay, woo! Alright, so we're down effectively. Pawmot's effectively dead, so it's pretty much 5-5. So this is kind of a hard spot here. I think they obviously are trying to think what they want to do here. Let's try and get this emblem up here. It's a pretty little emblem. I wish it was a little higher on the chest here. I ordered this custom-made shirt. It's kind of like You know, if you've noticed the channel, my channel usually is shorts where I do like who's that Pokemon, and now I've changed it up. So Iron Jugulis, this is a matchup for the ages. Iron Jugulis versus Hydreigon, who's gonna win? Okay, I'm gonna go for Terrasilize and Fairy, because this is gonna blow it out of the water. If they go for Hurricane or something, I just don't think they're that reckless. I mean, this is high enough on the ladder. I mean, I'm not like super high, I think like 1500s. So like, I think we're gonna go for Tera Blast, because I think we're gonna do it. I don't think they go for Hurricane. Oh, they go for Hurricane and it misses. Okay, well we get the kill. I did not think they were gonna go for Hurricane. I thought for sure they're just gonna drop like, I mean, I haven't used Iron Jugulis a whole lot so far, but I did not think they were gonna do that. It feels weird because like I don't feel bad for them missing because there's no rain up, but at the same time, like the Hurricane for sure kills us, so I feel a little bit guilty that we get a kill there. But because yeah, even with the Fairy type, okay, but we do get it. This is a weird matchup. Most of the time, Hydreigon is usually going to take that Fairy Tera type, and it's going to kill the Garchomp by surprise. It's going to kill like Garchomps. It's going to kill not Iron Jugular, goodness, Great Tusks. A lot of Great Tusks. So now they're going to use this Pelipper, but here's the thing. I'm just going to drop this Draco Meteor, and hopefully, unlike that Hurricane, we're not going to miss, and we're going to get a kill here. So what do they want to die? Draco Meteor. Here's the Garchomp. Kind of sucks that we wasted Draco Meteor on a Garchomp, but nevertheless, we are going to get a kill, and that's still pretty good. They're going to go into a Floatzel, I would assume. So, it's not great here, because we're kind of just sitting here with a Hydreigon that's lessened in their special attack. I'm just going for yeah, that, and we're going to get a kill here. That's not a big deal, though, because we still have Ditto, and Ditto is effectively our win condition here, because we can't really wait for the rain to go away. So rain, not go away. It's here to stay. And with the Pawmot, we lose out on our Mach Punch because of the rocks, obviously. Great Tusk is not going to be able to rapid spin our way out of here, so that really sucks. They also have another Pawmot, so they can go ahead and revive some things, which really sucks. If they're locked into Liquidation, does Liquidation kill Gholdengo in the rain? I think it does. I think it actually does. That really sucks. So I think our only option here is to go into Ditto. Again, not great. Not great here. Do they have Wave Crash? They are running Wave Crash. We have no choice. Let's go ahead, Wave Crash, and I don't have the exact calculations offhand. I think it'll be close, but so they're going for Pelipper here. Wave Crash is not going to get the job done completely, but we don't take too much recoil damage, and we are stalling the rain, and that is all I really care about. So that is fine. I think we're going to go in for Gholdengo. I really don't want them to U-turn. If they U-turn, that is so freaking bad. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go for the Pawmot. This is what I was talking about earlier. Let's go into the Pawmot. We take the kill, and then whatever they do, well, I was not expecting a Roost. Okay. Ouch. Was not expecting a Roost. So, oh goodness. Okay. I mean, we are packing Thunderbolt on our Gholdengo, so that's nice. We could also go for Baxcalibur and just start packing some Glaive Rushes. I'm going to go for Gholdengo here. I don't feel amazing about this because Thunderbolt can kill the Pelipper, but then if they go into Pawmot, we're kind of in La La Land. So I think we're probably just going to have to go for Shadow Ball. I don't think they really want Shadow Ball. I mean, I don't think they're running like Hydro Pump. I don't think that kills even in the rain. Shadow Ball or Thunderbolt, because if they switch, I think we're fine. If they go into Pawmot, they could also be running Volt Absorb, and I don't want that to happen. So I guess we go for Shadow Ball. It does clear half, and they go for U-turn. Okay. See, the problem is if I go for Thunderbolt, I guess not. I mean, I am running Thunderbolt on my Gholdengo. Most of them don't. So that is... we have to save this Gholdengo here. So I think from this Floatzel, I think we go into Baxcalibur, because we are going to resist this Wave Crash, and then we can go for Ice Shard, and then we can go into Ditto. I think that's kind of the move here, or we can just sack the Great Tusk right away. I think let's just sack the Great Tusk. Not great here. So Liquidation instead of the Wave Crash. That's gonna be a damper on the old day here, but I think we're still looking relatively okay. So let's go for Baxcalibur here, and the point of Baxcalibur is just to go ahead and get some Ice Shard off, so that we can hopefully, we are Life Orb, we hopefully can get it down just enough, because I don't know, I mean, I don't think we resist the Liquidation. I think we're gonna be okay. think we're going to be okay. Maybe. Hard maybe. Let's see what you got. Rain, again, got to keep, whenever you're playing a rain team, you always have to keep a very, very big eye on the rain. We have 2 turns. 2 turns. There it is. Okay. So down to 34. Liquidation is going to get it. No! Oh, a crit. Oh! Oh! I think a crit literally just blew us away. Wow. Okay. Wow. I don't know. Well, now we can't go into Gholdengo. Now we have to just go straight into our own Floatzel here. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to just Wave Crash. I think it did 40% last time, so we should get a kill here in the rain. So I don't know what they're gonna want to do. We have to be careful here though, because again, I don't know what their Pawmot is capable of. I don't think they're gonna sash it like we do, because sashing it is pretty quirky. But so we're Choice Scarf. We're gonna be able to get a Swift Swim off. I don't know if they want to Aqua Jet. They might want to Aqua Jet. I really don't know. Definitely, this is definitely a good match though. I'm really enjoying this. This is definitely one of the grindier matches I've ever had in recent times. For those of you, I mean, I guess I should probably kind of elaborate just because this is like my first like on-camera appearance, but. Okay, we get the kill. We get the kill, and I'm so worried about that Floatzel, and it's not even funny. So glad we get the kill there. And here's the thing. I think from here on out, Gholdengo can take care of the Pelipper, obviously, because the Shadow Ball even kills, let alone the Thunderbolt. Pawmot. So, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. If they go into Pelipper, set up Rain, I don't think we can get a kill with this Wave Crash. So I think we're better off going into Gholdengo. If they go for Hurricane, we resist, so that's fine. Roost. I think that's okay. Again, we can go for Thunderbolt. I don't want to, because again, this Pawmot can have Volt Absorb, and we are Scarfed, so if we're locked into that, that's double trouble. So I think we just go for Shadow Ball. We just go for Shadow Ball. I don't think the Pelipper can really do anything crazy. We do take half, and that's a U-turn. U-turn is fine. U-turn is fine. So here's a Pawmot. What can the Pawmot really do here? I mean, they could go for like Nuzzle, like something like we did. They can't go for any like sort of fight. I think we're fine with just going for the Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball is going to do again more than half. Revival Blessing. Now here is the problem. Here's the problem. The Revival Blessing, and let's see, they are using the Lepa Berry. Here's the good thing. Obviously, we do go first because we're Scarfed, so we are going to block them out of being able to use another Revival Blessing. But gosh darn, that critical might come back to hurt us. Now it's going to be, who are they going to take back? I think it's relatively okay if they take the Floatzel, because it's going to be, what, 50% health? 50% health, but we also are rocking this Gholdengo, and someone's going to have to keep taking these Shadow Balls here. So they're going to take back the Iron Treads. That's interesting. Let's go for the Shadow Ball. We are absolutely not letting them get off another Revival. So I'm assuming they're going to just go for another Earthquake here. Obviously, we can't go for Ditto, which really is unfortunate. I think this is the game right here. The Shadow Ball has to kill. If it doesn't, we're in really bad shape here. I think that's the game. So I think we're going to have to do it. Let's go for Shadow Ball here. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemucks. And that is not going to be enough. Let's go for the Earthquake. And that, oh, here we live! We survive! We survive! Okay, this is absolutely awesome. Let's go for Shadow Ball. We get the kill. Okay, we get the kill here. And here's the thing. Okay, I was about to say, I forgot that they had less than half. We can just go for Shadow Ball here. But even if we didn't, we have enough to switch out and switch back in and go for Thunderbolt here. But we're going to go for Shadow Ball, and that is going to be curtains, baby. Like, oh, so many matches before us. We're going to lead in with the Hydreigon. 99% of the time, we're just doing this. Meowscarada, 99% of the time, they're also... I don't know how many times this has happened before. They go for the U-turn. We go for Terrestrialized Tera Blast to kind of cover our own butts. In case they do get a little frisky and go for Flower Trick, we can get a kill here. So let's go for Terrestrialization, Tera Blast. Hopefully they don't go for U-turn. They do. It is what it is. You have to expect it. It's the most conservative approach. They probably assume that we are like Choice Scarf Hydreigon. So if we drop a Draco, they obviously want to use U-turn. Don't blame them. Every now and then, though, you will get a Flower Trick or something. So, okay, so Garganical. Whoa, that actually did a lot of damage here. Whoa, so that actually did, they can't have very much special defense invested there because that did a lot of damage. So I think we just drop a Draco Meteor here because they're not really going to expect that. And unless they go for Terra-type Fairy, boom, baby, drop the Draco, boom. That is what Hydreigon is about. Dropping Dracos is my favorite way to knock out Pokemon. Okay, so here's a Meowscarada. What are you doing here? Okay, I mean, you can use grass. Does this kill? We don't resist grass anymore, obviously. But if we go for Tera Blast, yeah, I think we gotta get out of here. I think it would be risky. I think we're gonna go for Ditto. Well, I mean, I guess they U-turn and we go Ditto, where we lose our Ditto. That's too risky. I think we're just gonna go for Gholdengo. There's no way they go for knockoff, right? Flower Trick. Okay, excellent. Now we're gaining some serious ground here. That's really good. So they are Scarfed, I'm assuming. They would have been faster with Hydreigon no matter what. I think now we can probably just shoot some like Shadow Balls, right? Okay, so we're gonna lose some special defense here. Whoa, okay, they're not. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So that's the problem with assuming things. Ooh, they are not. Okay, I thought for sure they were Scarfed. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, well, they're not Scarfed. We know that now. I think we can go for... Pawmot here. Even if they do go for Gholdengo, we can use the Nuzzle on the Gholdengo, and they hate that. They absolutely hate that. And we're just going for Mach Punch, just as we should get the kill. We are Iron Fist as well, so I think we might be, it's close. But Meowscarada is very frail, so I think we're going to be okay. If they do switch into the Gholdengo, it's not the end of the world. We're still going to be able to get a Nuzzle and a Revival Blessing off, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see what they want to do here. They go in for the Meowscarada. I don't know. Is Pawmot? I've faced a lot of Pawmots. Most of them run the Lepa Berry, and then they just get like 2 Revival Blessings. Obviously, we are weirdos. We are not doing that. And we get the Mach Punch. They never see it coming. The element of surprise is the best element. So here we go. Volcarona. I think we're just going to use the Nuzzle. So we get the Nuzzle, and I love using the Nuzzle first. Well, we get a Flame Body. That really sucks. But nevertheless, the Quiver Dance is not a big deal because we can just go for a Revival Blessing. We're going to get our Gholdengo back here. We're going to get our Goldilocks back and let them dance. I don't really care. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, they want to dance. We just have Ditto. I guess we'll go for Double Shock. It's not going to be enough to kill, especially with this burn. But, yeah, it's not going to be enough. That's fine, though. Hopefully, they just start attacking. If there's Fiery Dance, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, increase your attack. It's fine. We have Ditto. We just copy you, and this is going to be pretty easy. They can go for, they haven't terrestrialized yet, but I don't see a way that they're going to get out of this. So let's go for Fiery Dance. A lot of times, I don't even know what they would go into. So they have Morning Sun. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is most likely going to be fine. So Fire Dance, yeah, there's do half. That's fine. We're just going to go for Fire Dance. I mean, we're looking really pretty here. If they go into Dragonite, it's a little scary. But again, we just have Baxcalibur's Ice Shard to take care of that. So that's not a big deal either. So they're going to go straight in for the Dragonite. Yeah, obviously they can just start doing some cool stuff with multi-scale. It's not going to do it. As long as we can break the multi-scale, and then we can just go for Baxcalibur. I don't think it's that big a deal. So I'm going to go for Fiery Dance. So we have broken the multi-scale. Earthquake is going to kill us. That's fine. It's absolutely fine with me. I think at this point, we can probably... Hydreigon is a major threat for them at this point, which is really nice. I'm going to go for Baxcalibur. If they switch into a Gholdengo, it's not the end of the world. I think I'm just going to go for an... I think we can actually just go for Glaive Rush. I don't think we need to do Ice Shard anymore. Most Dragonites I've seen are not running Dragon Claw. And even if they are, I think we'll be fine. So I think we're going to go for Glaive Rush. It's a little bit more upside. We're going to get a little bit more damage off on the Gholdengo and the Great Tusk if they decide to switch. And if they are packing Dragon Claw, I think we're still fine. So I think this is probably the best move here. So 4-3. We're still looking pretty decent here. Let's see what you got. Should we turn on the timer? I don't know. Is it proper etiquette? I turn on the timer here. I never know if it's like proper etiquette to turn on the timer or not. Alright, so they're going to go for Extreme Speed, and we're just going to go for the Glaive Rush here. We could have went for Ice Shard, saved a little bit of damage. Now we're at 57%. I suppose that could matter, but, you know, it is what it is. So, Gholdengo here. Are you Scarfed? Are you Scarfed, young man? I would like to keep the Baxcalibur just for their Great Tusk here. I think that's fine though, because if they go for something crazy, like if they go for make it rain, we can punish them pretty good. So let's go for Glaive Rush here, and we're actually faster, so that's important to notice. They are not going to be able to go faster than us because we are Scarfed. So Gholdengo goes down there, and our Gholdengo is Scarfed, so let's go straight into our Gholdengo. We're going to shoot some Shadow Balls off here. Oh my gosh! Oh, gross. Okay, I see you. We're going to get... Okay, so they Tera into normal type, and we take the L there. Okay, interesting. Even with the special attack drop, we still die. Yeah, we were like 50% or whatever. Ouch. Okay, so I think if we go for Great Tusk here, we should be fine. I want to save my Hydreigon. I don't even know if a Stab Dark Pulse even kills at this point, so let's just go for Great Tusk. I want to ensure that we are faster than this Great Tusk here, so I think we could probably just Rapid Spin. I'm not used to Rapid Spinning Gholdengos here, just because, I mean, but now we are faster, so now we at least have the speed advantage here. And from this point on, it's a little bit boring, because we're going to go for Knockoff, and it just becomes like a knockoff fest, so... They're going to go for Rapid Spin. We are going to get some leftovers here. But now we just start pounding out Earthquakes, and they're not going to be able to withstand this. So they have Rapid Spin, that's fine. They're not going to be able to win the War of Attrition. We have leftovers. They do not. I think we actually don't even have to worry about it. They have Bulk Up. And this changes the entire game. This changes the whole game. Now we have to be a little bit careful here. Because if they go for Earthquake or something, I think what we have to do... This is so weird, because I don't want to switch into my Hydreigon, really. What do they... No, because what do they have? Body Press or something? Like, I think it's fine. Let's go for Hydreigon. This is kind of risky here. So if they go for Knockoff, that's fine. That's not a big deal here. They knock off our Life Orb. We still have Tera Blast. That's fine. The Rapid Spin is not going to be enough because they can't use ground-type moves. We don't take any Life Orb damage here. And the Gholdengo, we know that they're not Scarfed. This is kind of risky here. Should I go for Dark Pulse? We are faster. We know that. And then Great Tusk just finishes the job. I think we should, because if we drop a Draco, that's the fun way to win. But I think the best way to win is just to go for Dark Pulse and then just have Great Tusk. Oh, they have Recover. Okay, well, that's why we're packing Taunt, so that's not a big deal. I think we're just going to go for some more Dark Pulses. I don't want to go for Taunt in case they attack. So that, see, so if I was going to use Taunt and they attack us, they have more health, and that's kind of a lot riskier. So let's go ahead and do this, and at this point, we can't really use Knockoff, so let's just go for Earthquake, and that's just going to be Curtains, baby. Let's go. Okay, I see some Shed Tail nonsense. Hopefully they don't start doing that. We got the Hydreigon for the Glimmora. Glimmora is actually a really interesting matchup for us because we can be faster if they decide to go bulky Glimmora, but usually they are. But I'm going to go for Dark Pulse in case we are. We get some, oh wow, so we are faster. Hopefully we get the Flinch. I do not, oh, we get that Stealth Rock. That's such a weird dynamic because you're not really comfortable going with a Taunt because if they just go for damage, they actually can kill you. So this Glimmora is actually really hard to gauge. I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse here. Let's go ahead and keep our Tera Blast in our back pocket. I think what they are going to do is go for Meowscarada. I was hoping they'd just go for Iron Valiant here because then we just go for Tera Blast and then we just go for Fairy and we get an insta-kill. But I'm going to go for Gholdengo here. I'm assuming that they're going to either go for U-Turn or Flower Trick. So here's the U-Turn. Ugh, that U-Turn is so annoying. But, excuse me, that's going to be fine. We're going to go for King Gambit here. Ugh, King Gambit is actually pretty problematic. I guess we're just going to go for Great Tusk. We can take any sort of damage that the King Gambit takes out, and then we can go for Double Switch. Oh, the double. It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty, I'm not going to lie. That is kind of gross, but let's see what we can do here. Alright, so they're going to go for Flower Trick. I guess we can Tera, just to kind of get some sort of something going on here. I'm going to go for Rapid Spin. I do not like this up, so we're going to go ahead and resist this. This is not going to do much at all. It is what it is. Let's go for a Rapid Spin. Boom. So you're annoying. I can be annoying too. There we go. And I'm actually going to set up my own Stealth Rock, I think. Let's go ahead and set up our own rocks here. The Orthworm is really annoying because they're going to be able to go for Shed Tail here. I'm going to go for Knockoff because they're probably going to get it off, which is fine. Let's at least get rid of the berry. So they go for Shed Tail. Now they can't do it again. It is what it is. So Espathra. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we do have Ditto, so we're never too worried about Espathra doing like this weird stuff because we just go for Knockoff. We're just going to kill that. And whatever they do, this Call Mine nonsense, like I don't really care that much because again, we have the means to deal with it. So I'm actually going for Earthquake, just kind of play around with them here a little bit. And they're going to go for Substitute. I don't really care. We're physical attackers. So I just guess we'll go for knockoff this time. And there's the fire. That's actually really weird because we are steel type and they kill us. I was not seeing that coming. So, okay. Okay. So fire, I mean, yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Ooh, what the hell do we do? Do we go for Hydreigon? I mean, we didn't Tera yet, right? We Tera it with a Great Tusk, so I think we just go for Hydreigon because all they can do is hit fire or psychic, so I don't think we really care. Let's go for Dark Pulse here. I've seen a few Teras on the Spathras. Typically, they run like Protect. Not running Protect on a Spathra. I've tried doing that, and I just don't like it. I think it's really stupid, to be honest with you. But this is fine. I mean, like, so we're going to be able to just absorb some damage here. Or they just go for... They can't use their Calm Mind store power nonsense. So this is fine. So going for Tera Blast, and that's actually just, yeah, it's, again, 20%. We're going to use this Dark Pulse here. It's going to be plenty of damage here. I think even with the special defense buff, I think we're still probably fine. So I actually I'm tempted to drop a Draco, but let's just go for the Dark Pulse here. They go for Dark, or Calm Mind, and I don't know if this does now. Okay, so it would have been close even without that Calm Mind. It is what it is. They can't go for Substitute again, so I think we just drop another Dark Pulse here. 30%, but with the Life Orb damage, we're going to die. So it's a double KO. So now we're sitting in a pretty weird spot. I think I'm going to go for Pawmot here. Pawmot is actually a pretty gosh darn good move. It kills pretty much like everything, right? We are obviously running Nuzzle as well. So they're going to go for Meowscarada. They're probably not going to see the Mach Punch here. So let's go for Mach Punch. For some reason, they just usually never really expect it. And we are Iron Fist, so we get a little bit of extra damage here. So at 67%, this Meowscarada should be good as gone. And then Mach Punch takes care of the King Gambit. It takes care of the Earthworm. And I can probably just take out the Iron Valiant because we are sashed. So I think we're going to be okay here. They just forfeit! There we go!